Dr. Tharoor, we are going to Parliament. So is Rahul Gandhi going to apologize this
I don't
afternoon?
think he's got anything to apologize for. I mean, that's the amazing thing about them. The BJP is brilliant, I must say, at politics. And one of the things they've done is they have blamed him for something he hasn't said and then managed to stick that charge on his neck and demand that he apologize for something he hasn't said. At no point has he ever called foreign countries to intervene in our democracy. There is not one sentence. In fact, the Indian Express, I think, ran extensive excerpts from all his 4 appearances in the UK to actually quote what he said. What he said was explicit. He said, this is our problem. It's an Indian problem. Indians will solve it. But you should be aware because Indian democracy is a global public good. Now, I see nothing there to apologize for. Now, if they want him to apologize for the fact of talking about Indian domestic politics in a foreign country, then the first person to apologize will have to be Prime Minister Modi, who on many foreign visits said that India has been a country where nothing happened for 65 years, where Indians used to feel ashamed to hold their, to show their faces abroad. Now they can hold their heads with pride for the first time since Mr. Modi became Prime Minister. I think when he apologizes for statements like that, then all of us can apologize for saying the opposite abroad. I think this is a level of political discourse that we ought to grow up and
But,
be
you know, Dr. Tharoor, I wouldn't be doing due diligence to being a journalist because I'll correct you there. It's Rahul Gandhi, what you quoted right now, he said it later. The first time around when his first, I would reckon the lecture in Cambridge, he did say that he feels sad that democracies like Europe and America are silent on what's going on in India. He did say it, and then came the rebuttal.
I don't recall that. I seem to remember him saying you should be aware because this is a global public good. And indeed, asking people to be concerned about your well-being is perhaps arguably something that may be sort of teetering on some sort of board, but the notion that he actually asked for any intervention from outside, to my mind, is not borne out by any of the evidence that I have read and seen.
Could have been avoided, no?
Well, I'm not the one who spoke. I mean, all I can tell you is that, to my mind, there is nothing there to apologize for because there is nothing there that is in any way remotely anti-national. Now, you can say, why do you go there at all? Why do you say any of this? Why can't you talk about something else? Talk about British colonialism? I've done that.
Right.
I mean, the fact is that everyone in a democracy is entitled to express their views in what they consider the appropriate forums. And I will not decry any individuals. But more important is this genuinely the most important issue confronting Parliament, that we have to paralyze Parliament for a week? Or can we not move on beyond all this tutu meme and focus on the real problems of the nation? That's where I stand.